Hey, what's going on, guys? X here, and today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends X-Men Wave 1 Cable. This is part of the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure, so the piece that he comes with in package is the crotch piece, and just so you can see an idea as far as height comparison, we'll just bring in Deadpool there. You can see with Juggernaut, he's actually the tallest figure other than the Build-A-Figure in this wave, so pretty big guy. I like that. It fits Cable. There we go. But he comes with two different accessories, and it's actually three pieces to put them together. So the only thing that I don't like about this is the paint jobs on these is non-existent. It's very plain. They're just kind of a green looking gun. There's some nice detail in there, but as far as mold wise goes, but there's no paint. So it looks very plain, especially whenever you have this figure where he's all painted up, all these different colors. You get to the weapons, and there's really nothing to it. It was the same thing with Deadpool. There's just no paint to the weapons, so or at least the guns, for that matter. All right, the other gun, same thing. You know, the mold looks cool. Looks like it'd be a cool gun. You can see the one side is different than the other. And then it also comes with this piece right here, but they did paint these little bitty bullets, and this just fits up underneath here. So that's really the only paint you're going to get with this guy as far as the weapons go. So really disappointed in that, this being, you know, my first Marvel Legends wave, and just looking at the weapons, they're very plain. There's really nothing there. I seem to get more with the DC collectibles as far as weapons wise goes. I think so. Anyways, a little 360 of him, so you can kind of see all over him. There's a couple of little details in here molded into the plastic, which we'll take a little closer look to. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see some bullet holes and stuff like that all over the place. You can see it here in the chest, here in the shin, so we'll take a closer look at that, but just wanted to kind of show you that. Taking a look at these bullet holes, I want to focus on those for the moment. You can see you got some up here, some here, a little bit over here. It's been shot in the back. So you can also see some like little scrapes. I don't know how well. So it's not like completely smooth. There's actually like some little bumps and you know, in the plastic, which I think looks cool, adds a little bit more to the character. Would have been cool if they would have painted like a little bit of silver or black wash over that, gave it a little bit more detail, but I don't know what the budget was like with this. So you can look here at the shins. You can also see those same bullet holes all over there. There's none in the legs or anything like that, so apparently they only aim at his armor whenever they're shooting him. But really cool figure. You can see a lot of nice painted detail. You know, this is all blue, but then they painted the black on here and black right here. Also on the side, this is painted right here. Then you have the boots are a different color, so this looks like a black down here, or maybe it's brown. I don't know. It looks black to me. Again, I might be a little colorblind. I'm not exactly sure, but then some nice different textures in here. You know, with the little bumps right here, and then these kind of have like a different texture. Another thing is with the arms, I wanted to kind of get into. You can look here, and so this was originally going to be the silver color, but they put a really nice black wash over it, so you can see the difference of what kind of colored plastic they use and what the end result was. So I really do like that. You can see the ridges in here. You can feel those, and see the black in between them. I think is really good. Also see that with the fingers here, and also with the neck and the face. So let's go ahead and take a look at this this face here. Looks really good. I like this as a representation of Cable. The hair obviously being gray. You can see the red, his eye there. Hopefully that's showing up. You can see some scratches over this side here. It's coming all the way down to the lip. You can see a nice, I guess, a tattoo over here. This belt piece, if you lift that up, you can see that very nicely detailed to where the pants are, the loops, belt loops. They left those blue and painted the brown in between. Even though it's covered up by this piece here, they still thought enough to, paint the belt loop silver there, and instead of painting over the belt loops, just doing brown, which they probably easily could have done because it would have been covered up anyway. They left those blue, which is the natural color of his pants, which I thought was really good. So this other separate piece, it's obviously loose, and you can slide it down. It's got some silver paint on it, and I think just the rest of it's brown, but looks really good. It shows that they take a lot of pride in these figures. Obviously not the guns, but the figures themselves, to add those little details, even though it's not going to be visible to the eye. But we'll go ahead and get into the articulation of this guy. Again, like I mentioned before, he's the biggest one, so I'm having to hold him a little bit further out than I have the other figures. The head is on a ball joint. It's going to rotate there. You're not really getting a whole lot there with the side to side. And there's a little bit right there. Neck. Well, it's extremely tight, going back and forth. It's the tightest joint on this figure. All right, so you got the neck there, the shoulders, excuse me, they go in and out. They also rotate here. The biceps, they rotate. The elbows, they bend a little bit more than 90 degrees there. The wrist, they rotate. They go left to right. On this hand, you can see there's a little bit of blue on the inside of the hand, so it's a little bit sloppy, but you're not going to see that. He's going to have a gun in his hand. So another thing that it's a minor flaw. Doesn't bother me though, because you're not even going to see it. The same thing over here, left to right with the wrist. You do have this ab section up here, or the chest section. It's on a ball joint, but this is the loosest joint on the figure. Like, I can do him like that, and he's going back and forth. So I think if I put him in a pose, he's going to stay there, but still, it's compared to what they've been showing me with the rest of their figures in the wave, this is the loosest part of the figure. Still does have a waist bend right there, so he can rotate. The legs back and forth, they go in and out. They rotate here at the thigh, get a double jointed knee. And then you have the foot where it goes back and forth with the boot. This hinders it from going any further up, but you do get the rotation there. So overall, I think it's a nice representation of Cable. I'm glad to add it to the collection. Cable, he was obviously a pretty cool character in X-Men, and he was important as far as the Fox Kids X-Men cartoon that was in the 90s to kind of bring that futuristic part of the X-Men into play. So anyways, there's a look at Cable. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.